Hey guys, got another video review for you today. This one's going to be on a different vehicle, but it's pretty much the same review that I did before on the Dr. ColorChip paint touch-up kit. And what you want to do first is just take you some household alcohol and just find your little chips or whatever. And like this one right here on the door. And once you locate your little scratches and chips, you just wipe them down with alcohol and get all the old wax and finger prints off of them, get all the grease out of the little chip, and then you take and you go with a step one. All right, this is the step one. This is the actual touch-up paint, and it comes with several little bitty brushes to get in and around that little chip. You can dab the paint in the chip, but a lot of times they recommend that you take a dab of paint and put it on the outside of the chip that he's fixing to show you. He's getting a little bit of paint on, and you take and you put the paint in the chip, but you just dab it on the outside of the chip, and then you take your finger with a rubber glove, and then you just push it into the chipped area. And I know you're sitting there thinking, oh man, that's going to make one hell of a mess, and you're actually making a mess with the touch-up paint. But when you get to step two, you'll see what I'm talking about, because we're gonna show you here in just a second. We're gonna do another touch-up area right there. There you go. You can see you just dabbed it in there. It's that simple, guys. Now, I know what you're thinking. Yep, he's just made a mess, an extra mess. Wait till you see part two.
Alright, spray this Pepto-Bismol bubble.
Alright guys, we're back. I sit here and let this dry for just a couple minutes, and you can see right in there, you can see there's a little bit of a dab. You can see our fingerprint more on the paint than you can the actual paint. But now we're at step two. This is the seal act, and what you want to do is just get you a rag that comes with the kit, and you just pour you a little bit of seal act out on the rag, and just keep the rag all folded nice and flat. Try not to dig in with your fingertips. And you see how on the paint that it's kind of blobbed on there? You can see the blob in the finish. You see right in there, you can see it's kind of blobbed. Now watch what this seal act does. It takes all that extra paint that's around the actual chip mark and just smooths it out. So it just looks a whole lot better. You can see better with that phone on there. But you just want to lightly rub so you don't wipe and get all the paint out of the hole. And you see it took all the excess paint off, and it's still a little wet, and you can see there's a little bit still left. It's just because it's wet, but it's smoothed it out quite a bit. Here's another one right here. Yeah, you can tell it gets rid of the excess paint. Now, where the paint chip is, you'll still see a little bit of a chip. You know, this is not a paint man in a box for $60. This is, you know, just a fill-in, and it's a leveler. And so, you know, it does a really good job at leveling everything out. But as far as actually filling in the actual chip, it's not going to fill it all the way in. And we went around and fixed all the little chips on the truck here, and you know, it really don't take that long. It takes a couple minutes for the paint to dry, and then you go back with the seal act. It's really simple. I wished I had a bigger chip to show you, but you know, he's taking pretty good care of the truck. And so anyways guys, it's that simple. You just rake the paint in the hole with your glove and let it set for about a minute or two until it's dry. Then you go back with a seal act and just kind of blend it in real gently, and it just pretty much levels all that excess paint out of there. You can see he just got through doing a spot here.
Sometimes it's hard to even see it. I find them sometimes.
Yeah, well, yeah. If you just heard him, it's hard to see it. I will recommend if you've got a truck that's got a you know, a dark color on it and it's hard to see the little spots, you might take you some masking tape like I did in my last video, and just use the masking tape to mark all of the spots. And so I'm not going to drag this video out, but you guys get the idea, and I highly recommend the Dr. ColorChip. It does a really good job, and the paint is an exact match. What do you think about the paint matchup on the, as far as being able to match up to the color?
I think we used tuxedo black, and it worked. I mean, it matches perfectly.
Good.
So,
all right.
that's great. It's great stuff.
All right, guys, you heard it from the man. Talk to you guys later.